you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men have been to jail before? Whoa. And all the motherfuckers you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You gonna approach the dog with some bump. Alright, they're gonna click. Now I'm 1-1. All over some dump. Ain't that some? It's remind me of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the f you think you talking to, but I'm not him, alright, Slim? So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year, as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game, between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. One final time this season. Hi there, everybody. Joined by Brock Huey in the booth. I'm Kate Scott, and we have made it. The greatest game of them all, everybody. Welcome to the Super Bowl. And it really is the perfect crowning event for each and every NFL season, isn't it, partner? All the fanfare, the celebration of the week leading up to this game, and then in the moment, we see the two best teams in the NFL squaring off for this title.
Such a few fortunate players and coaches who are making a repeat appearance in this game on the stage, Kate. So many. This is the culmination of a dream that began a decade, even a couple decades ago, as a young player discovering their love for football. And for those first-timers, that's fine. Go ahead and take in this atmosphere. Just make sure you're focused when that ball is teed up and ready to go. Those dreams you had as a kid, well, they didn't end up with you losing this game. Oh, no. They ended up with you raising the Lombardi Trophy and calling yourself a champion.
After all the fanfare, pomp, and circumstance, it's finally time. The Super Bowl is officially underway. He's brought down just inside the 25. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out as a former fifth-rounder from South Carolina. And before that, Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
Throwing to start this game. Well secured by Brandon Cooks. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's second and inches. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you want to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now Rattler. That's him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
QB keeping it here, the second down option. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, he got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
The Saints get their first look inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. They'll go play action. Drops back. Needs an open man. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still first down.
So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. Rattler In here for Kamara.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core. Football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Rattler's hit and the ball's out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
Man, such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And bringing them out, an electrifying runner and a former first-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. From the 24. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's taken down. That's a quality yardage on that play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw Fields. He connects with the rookie from LSU. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Play action, Fields. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And the Saints going to the dime package here, 3rd down. Fields out of the gun. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Yeah, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. Back deep for the Saints is Rashid Shaheed. It's fielded at the 14. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing is Rattler. Short pass brought in. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. A lot of Super Bowl left for us as we've reached the end of one. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from Santa Clara coming up. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They start with 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Rattler setting to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing off the play fake here. A disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Rattler to the air now. It's his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They run it from the gun with Kamara. Dropped by the 1st guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Rattler. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Kamara running out of the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
18 more yards. That's another Saints 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it's going to be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Saints hoping to break this tie before the half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another run for Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get some late points and the lead. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Blake Grupe to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their 1st touchdown of the contest. Bruce Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Xavier Gipson now to return. Takes out a one-stop. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Into traffic, complete. It almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing on 1st down, Fields. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
2nd down and 10, Fields. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Throwing again, it's Fields. Same guy, Wilson again. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Now Fields again. Steps up and he's running with it. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Finds him over the middle. And he won't be able to add anything else onto the end of this catch, so it's going to be a completion to the 25. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He'll try and run this. The field slides down safely as he picks up the first. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. And that's a New York touchdown. The Jets earn the chance to tie before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned. And that's 6 in the end.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets tie this game 7-7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Looking to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He's back to throw. On the sideline, and he's got it. And he's able to get this down to the 36. So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hanson has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hanson here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hanson for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter.
Let's get this point. We need these points, guys. We need all of them.
Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. This makes it up to the 25. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. And they could take control of the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They start to drive long. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the 29. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now it's Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Now Fields. This is reeled in by Wilson. Hit almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
37-yard line.
Markers reset. Ball at the 37. Hall running between the tackles. That's good for a gain of 5. Alontae Taylor making the stop.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They go right back to Hall. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle, instead did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Fields out of the gun. Pass is caught at the 9. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's another Jets first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. Oh. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Throwing from the gun. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Polk with a point after. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Saints 7.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Saints to the running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
Play action on first down. Catch is made down the right sideline. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Rattlers hit and the ball's out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they claw a little of the damage back there with a modest return. Good efforts, but they still lost yards on the fumble.
It's second down.
After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. It's Saints football, and their title hopes hinge on evening the score. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. They send the tight end in motion. Here's second and 11. Completed over the middle. We'll have a 4-yard gain on that one. He's taken down at the 44.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Rattler. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. And there's pressure, but he sends off a good one. Fair catch, but we can see both a flag and a punter on the ground. Let's see if this is a call for 5 or 15 yards. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this first down. Rattler to the air now. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Just one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They're going play action. Now here he goes again. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Gonna keep this one and go. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
First down, ball at the 36. Looking to throw, Rattler. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Saints losing by 7. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Rattler setting to throw. Oh, he lost the football! And this is is scooped up by the Jets. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field. Maybe his whole life. That distance, a whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. He got enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it. He won.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jets double their lead to 14. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's Miller on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Saints come marching onto the field. Has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. The right side cut by Olave. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Connection made to Shaheed. He will be stopped now. What's like about that effort?
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll throw it again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it.
And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
It's complete. This is Olave. We will not get any further, but plenty of progress already. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Rattler back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 23. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, you got to find a way to win.
Here's Rattler. His shot to the end zone is incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing now. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So even though it's not officially over, this is probably just to get the final score a couple points closer.
The Saints will line up.
Setting up to pass. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. Here it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And the Jets come up with the football. That should just about ice this game.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. This will be a nice win for the Jets, who draw closer to it as they take a knee. And after almost 60 years of waiting, the impossible has happened. The New York Jets are Super Bowl champions once again. Well, Brock, as 53 players celebrate amidst the confetti and applause right now, we got to tip our cap to the one who's led this group all season. Only 2 rookie head coaches had ever taken their teams to a Super Bowl win, and now today a third one joins them.
Yeah, every team has a chance to usher in a new era. When you make a change at head coach, we see it all the time. But it all comes down to choosing the right leader to bring in. No doubt now, this was the perfect person to steer this ship and bring out the very best from this roster. And together, they were able to achieve something only a small